Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Irfan Khaja Mu'inuddin, and welcome to Amazing Islam. This YouTube channel called Amazing Islam seeks to be a celebration of the wondrous and amazing qualities of Islam. In this video, I intend to introduce myself and my goals, intents, and designs for this YouTube channel. Through this YouTube channel, I wish to ultimately disseminate the bright, sparkling, and ethereal light of Islam. First, I want to establish some principles that I hope will guide my video presentations. Islam is wonderful and incomparable. There is no question about that. Frequently, I have noticed that the greatness of Islam is conveyed by contrasting it with the faults of other societies. This tendency towards greatness through comparison and fault-finding is something I hope to avoid in Amazing Islam. Islam is amazing in and of itself and does not need criticism or comparison of other ideologies to establish its amazing qualities. Sometimes criticism may be necessary, not for denigration, but for hopes of cultivating change for the better and to eradicate injustice and impropriety. However, the purpose of Amazing Islam is slightly different. Amazing Islam seeks to promote positive change and societal betterment solely through emphasis on Islam's amazing attributes. Secondly, I will take responsibility for the content of Amazing Islam. Any and everything that is correct and accurate is because Islam is great and perfect. If ever there are errors, it shall be because I am flawed and imperfect, and I apologize for my mistakes in advance. May Allah guide me in my undertaking and prevent imperfections in my presentations and in my academic efforts. Finally, I will comment on my goals and designs for Amazing Islam before speaking briefly about why I think Islam is so amazing. There is much truthful information about Islam on the internet, but unfortunately there is also much false information about Islam on the internet. Despite all the falsity, Islam stands like a beacon of light and brightness in an otherwise dark and dreary world. That is why Islam is, in the modern world, the fastest growing religion in the world. For those who are guided to seek to learn about Islam, there is exhaustive, true, and inspirational information about Islam on the internet, provided that the seeker of knowledge is able to discriminate between reliable and malicious sources. There is no need for me to rehash all this excellent Islamic content because duplicating available knowledge would not only be unnecessary, but also a waste of my precious time and would likely not be conducive to my designs of intellectual proliferation rather than redundancy. Therefore, after much soul-searching, I have decided that it would be a great and pioneering idea to present novel but robust Islamic material on Amazing Islam, including but not limited to my own English translations of Islamic Urdu literature, which themselves are seminal translations of works written by Arab theologians who lived close to the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. The first work whose English translation I want to present is a 3-volume set called Rasail Imam Ghazali, or Letters of Imam Ghazali, which contains Urdu translations of letters originally written in Arabic by Imam Abu Hamid Muhammad ibn Muhammad al-Ghazali. Imam Ghazali was an amazing scholar and mystic whose insight into the teachings of Prophet Muhammad and the principles of Islam clearly demonstrate the amazing aspects of Islam. The first English translation of one of Imam Ghazali's letters will form the content of the next presentation of this channel entitled Amazing Islam. Due to time constraints, my intent is to post presentations on a quarterly basis, i.e. one every 3 months. Let me now discuss a few historical truths which provide a glimpse into the greatness of Islam. Prophet Muhammad, through Islam, brought the whole world out of darkness and ignorance into enlightenment, universal equality, and inner peace. Islam gave prime importance to the support and nurturing of orphans. Islam freed the slaves thousands of years before the abolition of slavery in the United States and the modern world. Islam puts women on an elevated pedestal and provides support and protection for women while at the same time allowing them freedom to reach the zenith of achievement in all spheres and fields. Modern societies claim to give women equality, but in reality only give them objectification, sorrow, mental illness, and a false sense of worth. Islam gives equality to all humans, regardless of skin color, race, and accumulated wealth. Europe went through a long historic period called the Dark Ages, consisting of thousands of years of stagnation from the 5th century after Christ till the Renaissance of the 18th century. The advent of Islam is known as the Golden Era of history, and Islamic civilization led Europe out of the Dark Ages into the era of enlightenment and gave rise to its Renaissance. It was Islam that taught the world the importance of hygiene. Prophet Muhammad used to say, "At-tahuru shatrul iman," or in Urdu, "Safai nisf iman hai," which means cleanliness is half the faith. Islam made learning compulsory for all Muslims. Islamic centers of learning were models for European universities. Muslims translated philosophical and scientific works of Greek and other languages. Muslim hospitals were several centuries in advance of European hospitals. Europeans adopted Islamic teaching methods like taking students on ward rounds. Islamic society was exemplary in that it offered free treatment of the needy and the poor. Islamic innovations like clinical trials, surgical approaches like suturing wounds, surgical tools like scalpels and forceps are still used today. Muslims taught the world to develop hypotheses based on experimentation rather than speculation. Muslims are known for their modern astronomical observations. Indeed, many stars have Arabic names. Algebra and algorithm came from Arabic words al-Jabr and mathematician al-Khwarizmi. The whole world uses the Arabic numbering system. Muslims invented the number 0. Muslims showed that light came from objects and was detected by the eyes, when it used to be thought that light was emitted from the eyes. Muslims led to the invention of bicycles, engines, clocks, and water pumps. Unfortunately, subsequent authoritarian Muslim regimes focused more on spying on their people and staying in power, rather than focusing on education and research. Still, Muslims all over the world have assimilated well into all modern societies without losing their faith and identities. Muslims are role models and have made exemplary contributions in all spheres of society, from research to medicine, from cuisine to entertainment, from journalism to literature, and in every niche that exists. Despite the pervasive nature of negative propaganda and baseless Islamophobia, it is obvious to the impartial observer that Islam is a religion of peace, prosperity, and progress. I will end this presentation with a final message. Islam is life-altering, life-affirming, and life-elevating. Islamic teachings allow a Muslim to persevere through the most difficult of trials and tribulations. Islam teaches to never give up, to push forward and conquer adversities that are tougher and stronger than the most daunting mountains. In a calamity before which others would give up and collapse, Muslims rise and face the calamity with determination and tranquility. That is why Islam is amazing. I implore you to research and understand Islam. Amazing Islam is meant to be one additional vehicle that propels you into the wondrous world of Islam. Next time, we will delve into one of the letters of Imam Ghazali. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and peace and blessings of Allah be upon you.